Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on Fork. Today, we're going to grab some Spanish olives, truly one of Spain's most prized ingredients, and create an extraordinary recipe. We're talking Spanish potatoes with olive sauce. This is known as patatas con salsa de aceitunas. And let me tell you, this is not your typical potato dish. This is the next level, as it's filled with so many great textures and flavors. The recipe's super easy to make, and the best part, it's all done in a little over 20 minutes. Folks, serve these potatoes as a tapas appetizer or even as a side dish. Either way, it's the kind of food that with each bite, it's gonna fill you with so much goodness. This video is sponsored by tienda.com. The Tienda is an online superstore focusing on selling all things Spain for your home and kitchen, and they've been around since 1996. And like I always tell you, they have the biggest selection of artisan Spanish ingredients like queso manchego, the famous jamón serrano and jamón ibérico, Marcona almonds, Spanish paprika, the beautiful canned seafood from Spain, and all the basic pantry staples you need, such as jarred olives, which we're going to use in today's recipe, among so many other great ingredients. And let me tell you, when it comes to cookware, they have an amazing selection of authentic Spanish paella pans that range in size from 2 servings all the way up to 50 servings. And they even offer classic grilling systems that way you can always perfectly cook your paella. Folks, visit tienda.com. Let them know Albert from Spain on Fork sent you there. Make sure you use coupon code ONAFORK during checkout for 10% off your order. Alright, let's just dive right into this. I'm going to add in 1 kilogram of baby potatoes into a colander, which is 2 1/4 pounds, and rinse the potatoes under some water. You can also use regular sized potatoes here. You just cut them into large bite-sized pieces. And as you can see, I'm leaving the skins on the potatoes as it adds more nutrients and flavors. If you prefer, you can peel the potatoes. And then we'll cut each potato in half to end up with large bite-sized pieces. Then we'll add the chopped potatoes into a stock pot, and you want to make sure they're on a flat layer. And fill it with some water, just enough to barely cover the potatoes. Then we'll season generously with sea salt and heat it with a high heat. While the potatoes are cooking, let's start making our olive sauce. I'm going to heat a fry pan with a medium heat and add in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 30 milliliters. Make sure you use the good stuff here. It is what truly makes a difference in this potato recipe. Leave where you get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. After a couple minutes, we'll add in 4 cloves of garlic that have been thinly sliced. And we'll mix the garlic around continuously, that way it all evenly sautés. And we're going to go for about 30 seconds to 1 minute here until the garlic is nice and fragrant. After 30 seconds to 1 minute and the garlic is nice and fragrant, you don't want to brown it, we'll turn off the heat. For the next step, I'm going to drain a jar of green pitted olives into a colander with a bowl underneath and shake off any of the excess liquid. The size of the jar that I'm using is 12 ounces, which is about 340 grams. And for this recipe, I'm using jumbo Spanish green olives, but you can use any olives you like. Either way, link where you get the exact ones I'm using in the description box below. Then we'll transfer the olives into a food processor, along with 2 tablespoons of capers that have been drained, which is about 15 grams, 1 clove of garlic, our sliced garlic that we sauteed earlier, half a teaspoon of dried oregano, which is half a gram, half a teaspoon of dried thyme, which is also half a gram, and squeeze in 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, which is 15 milliliters. Then we'll season with a kiss of sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. You don't need to add too much salt here, as those olives already had a salty punch. And we'll run the food processor between 15 to 20 seconds or until the ingredients are finely chopped. Then we'll add in a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 60 milliliters. Once again, link where you get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. We'll run the food processor for another 15 seconds or so until the olive oil is incorporated into the sauce. Alright, let's move back to the potatoes. About 20 to 25 minutes after turning on the heat, they should just be cooked through. You know, you can always pierce them with a toothpick just to ensure that they're done. If you see that yours need more time, you just boil them for a bit longer. At this point, I'm going to reserve some of that cooking water as we're going to add some into the olive sauce, which is going to help give it a silky texture and a beautiful lift of flavors. And then we'll remove the stock pot from the heat and drain the potatoes into a colander. And then we'll add the drained potatoes back into the stock pot. Then we'll move back to the olive sauce. I'm going to add in about a quarter cup of the potato cooking water, which is 60 milliliters. And we'll run the food processor between 5 to 10 seconds until everything's well mixed together. And that's the exact texture I like for the sauce. If you want yours to be thicker or thinner, you just adjust the amount of liquid that you add in there. At this point, I'm going to transfer the olive sauce into the stock pot with the potatoes. And we'll gently toss it together until all the potatoes are coated in the sauce. Then we'll transfer the potatoes into a serving dish and garnish with some olives and some fresh parsley. Check it out, our Spanish potatoes with olive sauce are done. Easy to make, beautiful presentation, and all done in a little over 20 minutes. Let's give this a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, patatas con salsa de aceitunas. As a potato lover, this I can't wait to try. Here we go. Check that out. That's a double right there. Absolutely delicious, right on the money. I am truly in potato heaven right now. Potatoes are beautifully cooked. They kept their shape, but they just melt in your mouth. And then that olive sauce taking the potatoes to the next level with the olives and the garlic truly shining through. Easy to make, the simplest ingredients. Give these a try at home. Once again, as a tapas appetizer or even as a side dish. Either way, it's the kind of food that with each bite, it's gonna fill you with so much goodness. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Beverly, Krista Rakic, and Robert Manahan. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button. Leave me a comment below. And if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.